Two Nerds and a Joke with Robert and Ernie. Just one step away from becoming bros.
Thank you, disembodied hot girl voice. This is Two Nerds and a Joke with Robert and Ernie. I am Ernie.
I'm Robert.
And we're here to expand the universe once again with our knowledge of the nerd world.
Or implode it like a black hole with our lack. Whichever way comes first.
Well, if you ask some of our audience...
Yeah, well,
you know,
they have some opinions. I will definitely tell you that.
And we're okay with that.
Yes, and that's actually a perfect segue.
Because you know what?
No.
We're not pros at this.
Really?
We're not paid to do this?
I wasn't paid. Were you paid?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I knew it. You're a ringer. You're a ringer podcaster. It's awful.
Oh, the life of a podcaster.
Such glamour.
Such glamour, such riches.
Yes. Massive
Oh,
mess.
yes, yes. Well, you know, it's all about the hookers and blow.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's what it is.
You use that line. It's like, I just came at my fiance's favorite line. She uses that against me now. Well, you know, it's all about the hook and the blow for you. It's like, no, that was Ernie's line. It's not me.
Yeah.
Serious. Yeah. But speaking of our audience, one of the things we had talked about and we posted on our Facebook page was a new segment of our podcast we wanted to do. We had put out there last week some...
Where did you put it out at?
I put it on Facebook. I put it on our Two Nerds page, Two Nerds on Facebook. I actually put it on Twitter as well, and Instagram. We got responses mostly from Facebook, but thank you for everybody who responded. And they brought about some topics that they wanted us to talk about on the show. And we're like, okay, this is good stuff. Ironically, we got the stuff too late for the last episode, but we're going to fill it chock full this time. So we got a lot of things. One of the things that came up was, well, we're not sure when to get to this one, but we talk about animals and whether liking animals, loving animal videos made you...
Oh, you had to put context on this one.
Okay, so if those of you who follow us on Facebook specifically, I posted a picture from the Two Nerds site of a video of a monkey eating a watermelon in a suit. It was an adorable little monkey. He was eating a watermelon, having a grand old time, and I said, okay, I'm going to post this. Of course, Ernie comes back, and I don't know where you came back to me, text or how you came back.
No, I put it right there.
Did you? Okay.
I'm like, what does this have to do with nerds?
And I made the argument that being an animal lover, being obsessed with animals, as nerds tend to be, is a legitimate thing. Like, you know, animal nerds. Why not? So we got some feedback back and forth on that from that post saying that no, there's a difference, that makes you a geek, that just makes you a nice person. Okay, fine, whatever. I don't know how liking a video of a monkey eating watermelon makes you a nice person, but there you go. It's some sort of translation. So we may get to geeks versus nerds, and what actually is the difference? One of our fans on that posted a web link to, I think it was...
Urban Dictionary?
Urban Dictionary, yes. So we'll talk about that. But some of the other things was who's the best superhero. So, for example, the best Hulk, the best Spider-Man, the best... What else had more than one version of it? I'm trying to think what else was
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic. Oh, well, okay, there was no...
Captain America.
Who was the other version of Captain America?
Dude, you don't remember the crappy one from the 70s?
I wasn't born.
It doesn't matter.
Batman.
Batman's...
There's thousands.
There's like 5 different versions of Batman.
And I have watched the old one where the poor guy could not get rid of a bomb to save his life. I did watch that recently.
What, the black and white one from the 40s?
No, the later one, the 50s and 60s with, what's his name as Joker? The famous actor is Joker.
Cesar Romero?
Cesar Romero, thank you. I wanted to say Caesar Salad, but I know that's not right.
No, God rest his soul, Cesar Romero.
Yes, awesome actor. Love his Joker, by the way. And they also talked about the most iconic vehicle and movie, most iconic vehicle in movies or weapons, and obviously there's a lot of those. So those are kind of the things that we're going to so a lot there. Plus, we're going to talk more about Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Because that is coming up. If you are listening to this on the glorious Saturday when we launch it, you have already or just about seen it. We have launched, hopefully at this point, our podcast, video, whatever it is that we end up doing of the pre-show awesome. and you've seen our glorious T-shirts. And of course, as I told Ernie, that I wouldn't get the same shirt as him because that might be a little awkward, so I got a different one. So,
yeah, that's not good.
No.
That's no bueno.
No, not even
no bueno.
So where did you want to start?
Well, I say we start with the whole fact that, and mind you, ladies and gentlemen, the person posting on our social media 98% of the time will be my cohort, Robert.
Yes. I will agree with that. I am most the person who does that. I'm sorry to say, but I have.
No, and
it's on my phone, so I just happen to,
it's cool, and I don't mind it. I mean, it was something that we determined at the beginning. Hey, we'll both sign in and we'll both post things, but he's more active in it than I am.
Right. Yes, I am definitely more active in it, just because I get yelled at a lot because I'm so active.
Well, my thing is that in the beginning I noticed that there were some things being posted to Two Nerds and a Joke that really I didn't think were nerdy, like cat videos or cat memes or whatever. Insert animal here meme video. And to me, I was like, well, that to me isn't really nerdy. I mean, yeah, you can be geeky about animals, but I don't know about nerdy. And that's where this debate came from. And we posted it out there and we got some responses back. And we're just waiting for Robert here to get the Urban Dictionary going here.
All right. So, according to Urban Dictionary, geek. Gotta love this. Okay. So, it's the official Urban Dictionary version is.
Is that really official?
Well, it's Urban Dictionary.
Are they official?
Yeah, they're official.
Really?
There's a lot of words that are only in Urban Dictionary.
Mind you, in case people are wondering what that crunching noise is, I'm eating pretzel sticks. I'm sorry, I'm hungry.
It says here, the people you pick on in high school and wind up working for as an adult. That's good. I like that. That's a good one. All right, so that is the official geek for Urban Dictionary. Nerd, however, has the quote of one whose IQ exceeds his weight.
There you go. I am the smartest man on this planet. Holy cow!
That's pretty awesome. Okay, so that
right.
is a difference. Now we're going to go on to
WikiHow.
WikiHow, yes. So the question here it states is what's the difference between the two? So we're going to talk about the geek and the nerd. So the geek, okay, so it goes back in time. The 1900s, traveling carnival. There's a performer called the geek. He was supposed to perform bizarre, disgusting acts for the amusement of locals. Notably, that concluded with biting the heads off of live chickens.
Okay, that's awful.
So that would be what, what's his name is? The musician.
Ozzy Osbourne?
Ozzy Osbourne. He is a geek.
I think he only did it once.
Oh, so? It doesn't specify how often. It specifies that you have done it. So a nerd, or a geek today, somebody who's generally very knowledgeable or obsessed. That was the key word that we used. Geek is obsessed. And computer, technical folks, car geeks. So,
Lord of the Rings geeks.
Lord of the Rings geeks. But a geek is social. That's a key in their definition here. So unlike the nerd, so the nerd came from in 1954, Dr. Seuss. There you go.
I like Dr. Seuss.
Yes, a Merkel, a nerd, a seersucker too. If you don't wish to defile nerddom by calling someone a nerd, you can also call them a seersucker. Of an irritating, unattractive person who may be brilliant and chooses to focus on non-social pursuit.
Well,
Or
another definition of
yes,
nerd
go ahead.
Is a 4-letter word with a 6-figure income.
There
Take that, geek.
So, a geek and a nerd may share similar outward traits or not. When you compare their approach to life, the difference becomes apparent. So, nerds love to use jargon or unfamiliar terminology in their dialogue, where geeks will use obscure references rarely. A nerd might say, that's an overused folly, the SD must be lazy. The geek would say the same thing, oh, I love how Percy Jackson used the Wilhelm scream in every movie. Geeks often take interest in microcosm detail of life, blah, blah, blah. And nerds will be seemingly uninterested in details of daily life, be more focused on the macroscopic, such as scientifically possible in the future of humankind. So a macro versus micro version of the universe. And it goes into further compare social...
Yeah, we're not going to read all of it.
Yeah, we're not going to read all of it. But those just sound the broad. So, would we consider geek to be a part of the culture we're looking for? Because then technically, because we're being social by podcasting, talking to other people of our same genre, makes us technically geeks. Because a nerd, by its definition here at least, socially, is reserved. So, the question is then do we cross over between needs and nerds and geeks?
Here's the thing. Then you're definitely a geek. You're more social than I could ever be.
Well, true, but you're also being social. Well, that's true. I am more social. That's true.
Yeah.
So I'm a geek and you're the nerd.
I guess so.
So is that the joke? That we're not two nerds?
It doesn't,
It's actually one nerd and one geek.
One nerd, according to this.
So that's an interesting thing. Now let's go back to the animal thing. Obsessive makes it fall into a geek category. If you're obsessive about animals, you collect maybe too many animals, your house is painted to look like an animal, you wear animal clothing, like the person who dresses themselves all in Hello Kitty or looks like a leopard.
Well,
or
I was going to say Hello Kitty, that's Mariah Carey.
Yes, there you go. But technically by the company, and I read this, but according to the company director, founder, CEO, whatever, of Hello Kitty is not a cat. Shocking, right?
You really hang your hat on this thing, didn't you? That was your zinger.
That was my zinger.
That was your zinger. That's your pitch. That's your punchline. That's everything.
That's everything. That's all it is. At the end of the show, we're done. No, but so if you wear a lot of leopard print, like the leopard print, or even to the extreme, the tattoo people, or
the lady from Misery with the penguins. She was obsessed with penguins, I think.
Was she?
I think so.
I remember Misery. All I remember from Misery is her breaking his leg with a hammer.
He tried to escape.
Right.
He gets to the front door.
Right.
She's coming back.
Right.
He turns around. He bumps into the nightstand, and there's a little ceramic penguin that he catches before it falls.
Right.
And he puts it back.
Right.
She walks in, looks down at the penguin, then has this look on her face, walks over to the room, and basically does what you said. The penguin always faces due east or something like that.
Well, his obsession about that particular penguin, because we don't see many other penguins or any other penguins.
I thought I saw other penguins there.
Really?
I thought I did.
I'll have to rewatch it. That might be. She may have been obsessed. Well, she's obsessed with the artist for sure.
Wow.
I mean, that was a whole other
very
story.
unhealthy relationship.
But does that mean that geeks have unhealthy relationships versus nerds?
She wasn't a geek.
Was she though? She was obsessed about an artist, about a story, a book.
A fictional character.
Well, of course. Well, that's what they do. You could make that argument. You're not going to make that argument.
No, I'm not going to make that argument.
Fine. Fair enough.
It got Kathy Bates an Oscar.
Hey, she was good in it. I enjoyed the character. All right, so that's nerd versus geek. I think we put that horse to bed. What do you want to do next? You want to do the weapons or the hero thing? Comic characters.
You tell me.
Well, you chose the first one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay. So I'll choose the next one. All right. Iconic weapons or vehicles, etc. I think this is a cool topic because for me, there are things that stand out. And there's the obvious stuff, of course. Han Solo's gun. A lightsaber. Luke's lightsaber, specifically. Well, depending on which one. Well, because it's in the new episode and the old episode and the whole thing around the lightsaber itself. Iconic, obviously. But there are some things that are a little less iconic in the typical sense. And you were actually talking about this movie earlier. You were talking about The Sixth Sense. No, sorry, The Fifth Element.
The Fifth Element.
Yes, Fifth Element. But we can talk about Sixth Sense too, because it does have some of that in it. Which is the taxi that Bruce Willis's character drives. That's a pretty crappy...
if you were walking around some museum and you saw the taxi cab from The Fifth Element, you would be like, huh, that's a taxi cab from The Fifth Element.
I think so.
Really?
I think so. Just because of how it was banged and damaged and dented
All right,
up.
I give you got a point with iconic weaponry, lightsaber for me, which if I see it, I automatically think Star Wars. And I think other people that see it as well automatically think Star Wars. Oh, that's a thing from that Star Wars thing.
Right. Well, that's because of the pervasiveness in the culture.
Right. The other thing I could think of,
Mm.
Dirty Harry's 44.
Mm.
Clint Eastwood toting around that 44 Magnum in all those movies.
That's true.
Pretty iconic weapon.
Yeah, that is a RoboCop.
He himself is iconic.
He's iconic. You see even his helmet, you're like, oh, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Even the new
Predator.
version. The Predator's mask. Because he's actually an alien.
But it's not really a weapon.
What is he uses as a weapon? What is his weapon?
He has the claws.
Right, but that's a weapon. That's not part of him. That's a gauntlet, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's a weapon. You saw that, you would know. And the helmet is... So,
I would say, as far as weapons go, let me go back through weapons.
you know what would be an iconic? The lady vacuum cleaner from Spaceballs.
Oh my god.
That's
She
an
transformed?
iconic. Yes.
That's awesome.
And that's technically a weapon.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of another weapon. Well, the Death Star.
Yeah, that
If you
counts
see the
as
Death Star,
yeah,
that counts as a weapon.
that counts as a weapon.
If you go Star Trek, the phasers.
The phasers. Which generation?
I would say the more iconic one would be the original, the Captain Kirk phasers. Because
Yeah.
people see those, they automatically think, oh, that's from Star Trek.
Yeah. The newer ones, not so much.
Well, no, they look more like modern weapons.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I finished watching Enterprise. Spoiler alert.
Spoilers! What? We were waiting for you to watch Star Trek Enterprise?
But in one of the episodes, it's two of the episodes called Through a Mirror Darkly. And it's the alternate version of Earth. It was actually really cool. It was a darker version of Earth and an alternate reality of Enterprise. And they had a scene where they were in the original Enterprise ship. And in the ship was a lot of crewmen who were dead, and they had the iconic phasers. And I saw the iconic phasers, and Captain Bakula put one put one of them in his waistcoat. I was like, damn, that's an iconic thing. That's definitely iconic. I mean, and that's a ship, and that's a vehicle, so that would be an iconic vehicle.
I would think another iconic weapon would be Indiana Jones's whip.
Ooh, the bullwhip. Yes,
The bullwhip.
that is an iconic weapon. Completely useless, but you know.
Yeah, and cool. I knew I had a former family member who was a legit cowboy from Florida.
Oh, really?
He showed me how to use a bullwhip.
Mm.
That's a nasty little thing, man.
Oh yeah,
and there's a little art to it and everything. There's like a little finesse you have to do. But man, when that thing strikes, it'll definitely do some damage.
Oh, I can only imagine. So other iconic weapons. I was trying to think of Stargate because Stargate had something, didn't they? Have
but if the gate itself is
well, no, I was thinking they had the staffs that they were carrying.
Yeah, but if I saw the staff, I wouldn't.
Gandalf's staff.
Okay, you going Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, Gandalf's staff, or obviously, I don't know if you consider
the ring,
the sword, the broken sword. Well, the ring isn't a weapon or a vehicle.
It is.
How is it a weapon?
Remember?
It turns him invisible. It doesn't actually shoot flames or a
No,
weapon.
it's like the essence of what's his name is in it.
Well, yeah, but that's not a weapon. It's just a soul keeper. It's like from Harry Potter.
Well.
It's like what do they call them?
That's my
the Horcruxes. It's a Horcrux. That's all it is.
All right, so we still go to
Gandalf's
iconic
staff.
weaponry.
Gandalf's staff.
Yeah, but if I saw it like iconic to me means
the
if
white
I saw
staff.
it.
No, the white staff. The birch white staff with the kind of little bit at the top. You'd recognize that.
I would.
Yeah.
I would say the common person.
Common person. Who cares about that?
I think that's what the question is. Most iconic weapon.
What is an iconic weapon that a common person who doesn't know the movie would recognize?
Right.
That really goes back to the pervasiveness of that movie on culture. You show the trident, for example, that could come from a dozen different movies besides Trident. You could be from the Percy Jackson movie. It could be from Little Mermaid. It could be from Justice League, for goodness sake.
Well, like I said, for me, I would say lightsaber.
Yeah, lightsaber would be the most iconic.
Dirty Harry's 44 Magnum. You'd see a 44 Magnum just on a wall. You'd be like, "Oh, is that Dirty Harry's?" Gun.
I'm trying to think if you go to like Planet Hollywood, what would be on the walls of a Planet Hollywood? That would be kind of where
that people would say, okay, the lightsaber, Star Wars. the 44 Magnum, the bullwhip to Indiana Jones. But if you had to do a most iconic, that's hard.
It is
'Cause
hard.
It all depends on what you like.
Well, the definition of iconic is really that it sticks out most in people's minds.
The phasers from Star Wars.
Yeah. Captain America's shield.
Yeah, but it's changed over the years.
It has, but if you see a star, if you see a shield,
if you see a round circle with a star in it, you're going to say, "Oh, Captain America."
Right. I mean, that would probably be it. Oh, you know what would be iconic? But I don't know how you would recognize it. Excalibur.
Yeah, because Excalibur's changed over the years. Like
What it's
the
actually
original
looked like.
movie Excalibur.
Yeah. I mean, there's a whole other genre. Oh.
Okay, we're cheating here. He just pulled up the
You know what's iconic? If you saw a guitar shoot a missile.
My God.
I just thought of that one. That was on my own. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Quentin Tarantino.
If you saw a gun, if you saw a guitar case shoot a missile, there's only one movie that's from.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. But
does that make that...
But that doesn't make that iconic.
Right.
You know, to me, that
makes that cool.
It makes it cool, yeah.
I like the second one, too, of that. It was actually one... It was 2 or 3 movies. I think it was just 2,
It was
right?
3. The first one was called El Mariachi,
Right, yeah. And then it was the Desperado. And then what was the third one? Because he died in the second one. Or he died in the...
No, he didn't die in the
He didn't die in any of them? I thought he died in one of them.
No, he just always got beat to holy hell.
Yeah. But it couldn't... Antonio Banderas, I mean, that's
he could have been Khan instead of Benedict Cumberbatch. But that's just me.
Oh. I think he could have been. I don't disagree
It's
with
not
you,
like he
but-
was doing anything better.
Well, he might have just didn't want to.
Lies. So
He didn't want to.
Yeah, you're going to pass up a role in Star Trek. Seriously?
Yeah, true. But, so a whole other genre is weapons from video games.
All right, let me think of some iconic video game characters that when I saw their weapon, I'd be like, oh, that's blah, blah, blah's blah.
Right, but you'd have to really be deep into video games to know that.
Well, like Link's wooden sword.
There you go. That's not bad. Yeah. Or a chicken. You know a chicken is bad because of Link game. The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
You know you don't screw with a chicken.
Let me see.
You could go for the Soul Calibur blade from Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
That's pretty iconic. You could go for the bombs from Bomberman and Mario. They both have bombs in them that explode.
I would say from Donkey Kong, the barrels.
Ooh, the barrels, yes.
Yeah.
And even the Donkey Kong games that came after Donkey Kong Country, you still have those damn barrels.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I stopped at Donkey Kong Jr. I didn't go Donkey
Really?
Kong Country because by that point it was.
Well, true. You are.
I was getting older.
You are older than me.
So I was moving from that to Mortal Kombat. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, okay. Mortal Kombat. You can go with the
spear from Scorpion.
Yeah, well, I don't
the grapple thing.
The grapple, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did that in the movie too.
Oh my God! I wish they would have done it better though.
Yeah, it could have been.
Well, didn't they have the animated ones which were better?
I've
oh wait,
heard rumors.
and somebody actually gave me
the link to it. Yeah.
The no. They actually gave me the Blu-ray to watch, the Legacy.
Oh yeah.
I still watch it sitting by you. I think.
Oh yeah.
I have so many things I have to watch, you
Yeah.
guys. It's amazing. It's insane.
It's cool. It's good stuff. Yeah. Okay. So that's iconic weapons and cars.
Oh no, vehicles.
Vehicles. Well, Batmobile.
Dukes of Hazzard, General Lee.
General Lee.
Like if I saw an orange
And I never
Dodge
watched
Charger,
right?
But you know,
I know
Dukes of Hazzard.
Yes. I know
Knight
you.
Rider, Kit.
Yes, Kit.
The
The
Herbie the Love Bug.
Herbie the Love Bug, but Back to the Future.
Oh, the DeLorean.
DeLorean.
Yeah, DeLorean.
That's pretty iconic.
I think out of all of those, honestly, the DeLorean is the most iconic.
Yes.
I think probably because it was more successful than the others.
Yeah, and there's a whole club like to reserve the last remaining few.
Yeah, and those cars were crap when they came out too.
Oh yeah.
They were made in England. They had Renault engines, I think, and they just broke down like crazy, and they were really underpowered. And at the time, I think when the average car was less than like 10 to 12,000, that range, that car was double that,
Which is pretty crazy.
And it was stainless steel. No. It was just impractical.
It was impractical.
But yeah, I mean, good pull for the movie.
Yeah, but again, didn't really work beyond that. But the big fans came from that movie.
But I think Herbie the Love Bug.
Could be.
I mean, there were a lot of
yeah.
Beatles on the road when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, Herbie the Love Bug, and we actually had one in one of my old neighborhoods. We had someone who had a car that was painted exactly like Herbie.
That's something. Like you like a car, you like something so much that you're willing to like live in its world. Like even though you know it's the car's not going to talk to you, it's not going to like.
Well, to be fair, Herbie never talked. He just
well,
he just kind of
beeped
and made noises.
Flipped the hood and
yeah.
the trunk and everything.
It's got to be difficult to figure that out, how to make it look like
you know what was bad was Knight Rider. Now, Knight Rider was a Firebird, but it wasn't even a Trans Am. Like, there were Trans Ams that were cool, like the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am, which I had a family member that owned one, and I thought that was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Now, mind you, at that same age, my dad had a Ford Gran Torino.
Ooh.
Just like Starsky and Hutch. It was red with the white stripe.
Oh, there you go, Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch.
There you go. But yeah, those are more standard cars that happen to be in movies. That doesn't necessarily make them iconic.
Well, if I saw a black and gold Trans Am, I would say Smokey and the Bandit.
Okay, fair enough. So it's a paint job as well that makes it iconic there. It's the old dune buggy that they used in the weird dune buggy thing they used in Brown Coat. Oh, I'm thinking, God, my brain is not functioning today. The show, the Brown Coats won the war. Brown Coats Forever.
I don't remember that show.
It's a sci-fi thing. Firefly.
Oh,
the buggies they used in Firefly.
You know what I heard about Firefly? Interesting notion there. They were saying part of the reason why Firefly didn't work is that they had a cool idea, but you can't make all the characters Han Solo. I was like, wow, that's really good.
That's interesting.
That's a good observation.
I also heard that all of those things they're saying in Chinese are really, really off-color swears.
I never knew that.
Yeah, they actually translate. Somebody took the time. I haven't read them all, but like one's like something about his balls being sucked by a leopard or something. It's really bad stuff, and that's how they got all those swear words past the censors, was putting them in Chinese.
Good for them. That was Joss Whedon, right?
Yeah.
Joss Whedon.
It was a good show. We will do a Two Nerds show about that.
We'll do a Firefly episode.
Yeah, we definitely have to do
that.
I
liked it. It just
it was too far advanced for its time.
Wrong time. Yeah, it came out at the wrong time.
So we saw this poster over at one of the comic book shops, and it was all the characters as the chibis, those little cutesy characters.
Yeah.
And they were on this little tiny truck, and they were all dressed the way they're supposed to be dressed. And I looked at it at first, and I was like, "Who are those? What is that?" And I was like, "Oh my god, it's Firefly! That's adorable." Bought it on the spot. It was so cute. So all right, so that's Iconics. Best character.
What best character? What
version from different movies? So
okay.
So the worst one, but we'll talk about a different version, is Fantastic Four, because it's the worst. We'll start off with the worst. We'll get to the best later.
Okay, are you saying
none of them were good? Yes, that is what I'm saying.
The first one was watchable, but I left it kind of being like typical Marvel movie.
Yeah, which is sucky at that time. At that point, Marvel wasn't what it was.
It was a typical Marvel movie. It was like, here's the origin story of these people, and then they came out with a part 2, Rise of the Silver Surfer. I'm like, oh, maybe a redemption. Maybe we could see something cool.
No!
Silver Surfer didn't do anything cool.
It was bad. It was awful. It sucked.
And then
best version, though, out of those people, out of those reboots, is the original, I think.
The original Ben Grimm?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, there was an older Fantastic Four that came out, live action.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't remember much about it.
No, I couldn't.
And it looked hokey.
Yeah. The new one is awful. They don't even have 4, so you can't even call it Fantastic Four. Heck, I couldn't even watch the whole thing. I turned it off halfway through, I guess.
Look, for whatever reason, man,
that
movie just didn't do well at all. It didn't play well.
That's one story that just didn't do well.
Like, they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
They weren't even... See, to me, the Fantastic Four is a story about a family.
Yes.
Like, these people are a family close. What I saw in this latest one, they weren't a family.
Yeah, that's a problem.
They didn't care about each other.
Right. They didn't even like each other.
No.
Yeah. Spider-Man.
I remember the 70s/80s one.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the one that used to be on the Electric Company, which to me is the greatest Spider-Man ever. He didn't say anything, remember?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they would have the little bubble or something like that pop up.
Yes, that was cute. That was cute.
That's probably my favorite one because it's the most like, okay, it's Spider-Man, comic book Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I know you love Toby.
No.
You love Toby.
I don't know.
You love
Toby. Toby was awful.
34-year-old boy playing
Awful.
Peter
Oh my,
Parker.
and every time he cried, he looked like he was trying to take a poop. He looked constipated. It was awful.
But you know what? He set the trend for the upside down kiss.
Yes.
And they call it the Spider-Man kiss.
That was a good. See, the funny thing about the Spider-Man movie, at least Tobey's movies, there were scenes, there were spots, like the Green Goblin interactions. Like when he was sitting down talking to Green Goblin, when he was talking to the son of Green Goblin, which was a great character.
Hobgoblin, James Franco.
Yeah. Those were good scenes. They were good parts, but that was it. It was like, a few good moments in a movie of crap. And then we had, Garfield, right? Was the second one?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, I liked it.
Loved him. He's my favorite.
They could have done another movie.
They could have.
But I think something happened where they
He
were
got
just like
sick or something and couldn't make it to a shoot, and they canceled him.
But
he was good. The Gwen Stacy story. Oh, that was just perfect. Just so well done. Just so well done. It brought tears to my eyes. I was like, yes, that's how it should be done. I'm not sure about the new guy though. Tom Holland. I don't know. I'm on the fence still.
He's a Brit, right?
He is a Brit. I'm not gonna hold that against him. Cumberbatch is.
Well,
a bit.
they're all coming over and taking our acting jobs.
Well, it's because we suck.
Well, they invented acting anyway, so.
Well, right. So it's only fair. But I'm not sure on the new guy yet.
Well, here's what everyone's told me, and I'm going to echo the sentiments of Kevin James, the godfather of podcasters.
There you go.
He basically said that in Captain America Civil War, the appearance of Spider-Man in Spider-Man scenes was the best Spider-Man movie ever produced. Those 20 minutes that he was on screen.
I don't know about all that. The Garfield ones were really good.
I have to disagree with him on that too.
Yeah.
I thought that second one with Jamie Foxx was really good.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx was an intricate character.
Yeah.
And the first one was okay, but I mean,
origin story
again. I mean, it was some good scenes, good talk, good banter. I love the banter. You can't have Spider-Man without the banter. So I don't know. I'm not sure I agree with that. Hulk.
Oh my gosh. Well, here's the thing. The Hulk, to me, the best version of the Hulk was the TV Hulk, where it was the story was about Bruce Banner.
I was gonna say that's a Bruce Banner story, not really a Hulk.
But it was so good. Like literally, that was a show that even my parents watched on the regular. Like when it came on, we watched it together.
Yeah, I know. I like the new Hulk. I like the new Bruce Banner.
You like Mark Ruffalo?
I do like Mark Ruffalo.
I liked Ed Norton.
Really?
Ed Norton's Banner and Ed Norton's Hulk, so to speak, since it's CGI. I just like that better. Like him fighting Abomination. Abomination,
yeah,
right?
But I don't like the end of that movie. I'm not sure. I don't know. I like this new guy. He's more sciencey.
Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah. He's more like... And I love his line.
Well, and the sad thing was that Ed Norton could have continued it, but I think he wanted more money. And they were just like, you know what, we're CGIing anyway, so why don't we just get this guy, Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah, well, Mark Ruffalo has a great line, though. It's like, my secret? I'm always angry. It's a great line. It's a great line. All right, so did you see the pictures yet?
Of?
The new Superman.
No.
Okay.
I didn't see Superman Rebirth.
No. I'm talking the
JLA?
TV show.
Oh, no,
CW.
I have not seen the CW.
Okay, so...
The Shirtless Boy Network.
Yeah, the Shirtless Boy. All right, I'm pulling up the picture. So this new Superman is going to go on Supergirl, or Wonder Girl, whatever.
Supergirl.
Whatever.
And you know what? I watched the Supergirl pilot. It was on the other day. Not a bad show.
Yeah, the Supergirl. Yeah, she's not bad. Let's do.
Yeah, sorry, we're Googling again.
Yes, well, you know what? I want to show you the picture.
Pulling it up on the interweb.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is the new guy. My problem with the new guy
is he's too skinny.
Yes. You got it. He looks like there's a freaking...
But which Superman is this? Is this young Superman? Like, I just discovered
Look
Superman?
at him, though. Does he look young, Superman? No.
20s.
He looks like he's 40. He looks so gaunt.
Really?
Yeah, he looks gaunt to me. I don't like him. Christopher Reeve, of course.
Oh, well.
You know, but that's a late thing sometime.
You know, I own the Christopher Reeve Superman box set.
That was a good set. That was a good movie. Those were good movies.
Even the bad one was good.
Even the bad one was good. I mean, I think that's still the classic Superman. I do not like the young kid who's playing the new Superman movies. I'm not a big fan.
Henry Cavill?
Yeah, he's a little.
Well, because he's being asked by Zack Snyder to be all dark and emo.
Yeah, I don't like emo Superman.
But, and I keep saying this, if they had told us
this is injustice.
I'll be okay with it. Okay, fine.
Context is everything, my friends. Context is everything.
But he didn't. He said this is a whole other...
Sure it is. It's
injustice.
It's injustice.
And you know what? I heard Flash on TV, CW, is going toward Flashpoint.
They are doing Flashpoint. I saw it. Yes, I saw it this morning on...
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
I love
now what they
Flash.
said was it's not going to be the whole third season.
Oh.
It's only going to be about half of it. And then they're going to move on to something else. Which is fine. We're still getting Flashpoint. I'm okay with that. I like Flashpoint. I like Kid Flash. There's a lot of other Flashes to talk about. I'm almost finished with the second season. I'll get there.
Look, all I know is that it's a great time if they can get Superman into Injustice, because not a lot of people read the books.
Yes. Yeah, that would be great.
They know it from the game, which I thought it was a pretty cool game. I have it on my phone.
So ridiculous. I want to get the
my
one
daughter
for PS4.
plays it. She likes it.
You had your 4-year-old play that game? 5-year-old play that game?
It's superheroes.
I'm not gonna have my 9-year-old play that game. I don't know, dude. That's I'm worried about you. She's gonna start punching people.
Really?
Anymore.
Really?
Yes.
The game is the reason why your daughter's punching. Okay. Fair. You want to hang your hat on that one.
Anyways, so speaking of Flash, there were multiple Flashes.
Okay, my favorite Flash has to be... If I had to put them all together, yeah, it has to be this latest one.
This latest one, yeah. I agree. The older one is still too big, too bulky. Flash.
Well,
I don't know. You're talking the latest
90s.
one. You're talking the TV show version.
Grant Gustafson.
Not the one.
Not Ezra Miller.
Don't like.
Well, I can't say that. I don't know that much. What I saw from the San Diego Comic-Con Justice League trailer.
Yeah.
If anyone else has seen that, please tell me that does not like.
I love the trailer. Don't get me wrong.
Even Jason Momoa, Aquaman.
Yeah, he's my favorite part.
Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, Game of Thrones underwater. That's all. They are ending Game of Thrones, by the way.
Yes,
I heard
2
that.
seasons, 7 episodes each season.
Done.
Good.
Yeah.
You need to put a cap on those series. You can't let them be like MASH and they end up becoming crap. Like the first so many years, or Happy Days, same thing. First couple years, it's great, and then it just becomes garbage.
Yeah. All right, so we went through the main ones. Who else had multiples?
Batman.
Oh, Batman. Yes, saving the best for last. Because there's 20 versions of frickin' Batman.
Okay, well, how far back do you want me to go?
Well, I go back to not the black and white, the one after the black and white with Cesar Romero.
Okay, so you're talking Adam West.
Start there. Adam
Batman
West.
66.
Yes. Batman 66.
Okay, I remember Batman 66. My dad loved Batman 66.
It's hilarious to me to watch Batman. Great. It's awful.
It still holds up.
It's awful, but it's funny.
Let me tell you,
I love the Joker. Cesar Romero's Joker was, I thought,
if you want to make a small fortune, I say get yourself a theater, a rundown theater, and every weekend, just say one night only, $5 you can come in and watch Batman 66. I guarantee you'll pack the house.
Yeah, maybe. The best part of that movie for me, though, was he can't find a place. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. It's like, dude, really? They were so corny.
They weren't corny, and I got to... I must have been 7 or 8 when I finally said, okay, I'm checking out of Batman, I'm going into Superman now, was when they were in the Batcopter. I want to say it's the Batcopter.
It is a Batcopter.
And
you know what's in the Batcopter?
And the Batcopter.
Yeah.
They ended up in the ocean, right?
Yeah, of course.
And the shark.
Yes.
There was a shark.
There was
and
a shark.
he had Bat Shark Repellent. I'm like, okay, done.
That's
done.
it.
I checked out.
That's done.
I'm done. I'm moving on to Superman.
Awful. Then you go from there to what? The next one was...
Wonder Woman?
No, Batman. We're still on Batman. Don't jump
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Don't run ahead. So the next Batman was the one with Jack Nicholson? Was that the next?
Yeah, it was
that
Michael
was the
Keaton.
next. Yeah,
He
Michael
went
Keaton.
from Adam West to Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, I don't know.
Michael Keaton was the only Batman that didn't change his voice.
True.
And just like
I don't know.
Kevin Conroy is my favorite Batman. Does that count?
Does it?
He's animated.
Nah. We didn't really go into the animated thing. We're talking live action.
All right, live action.
Stick with live action. I would have to say, I don't know. It's a hard choice for Batmans. I do like the young Batman. I like the new Batman.
You know, like, what's his name?
What's his name? George Clooney?
No, if you want to go through the Schumacher ones.
No,
right.
I didn't like George Clooney.
So let's see, you had Val after Michael Keaton.
I like Val Kilmer in some stuff. He was okay.
Val
I just
didn't want to sign on for the next one because Arnold Schwarzenegger was going to be the lead.
Yeah,
like that was the first time that Arnold Schwarzenegger as a villain had top billing over Batman.
Yeah, right. You know what my problem with Val Kilmer as Batman was? The mouth.
Really?
He had a girly mouth, and that's all you see of Batman. Makes Batman look like girly. Okay. Wasn't he the nipple one too?
No,
that was Clooney.
That was Clooney.
Clooney, yeah. Didn't like the Clooney.
Clooney played a great Bruce Wayne.
He did. He fits the Bruce Wayne.
But he used the credit card. He was the one that used the credit card, I think. I try to block as much of those movies out as possible.
I will say this. Even though I like, what was the young kid who played it? Christopher, no, what was his name? The new one. Batman Begins and all that.
Oh, you're talking about this latest one?
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
Okay, Christian Bale. As much as I like him, I will say I have a deep fondness, and it's a growing fondness, for Matt Fleck. I am starting to grow on the Matt Fleck.
It all depends on which Batman you're saying.
Angry,
He's so shitty to people, too.
He is. It's just awesome.
He's so mean.
He is mean.
Dude, did he really have to grab Superman by his hair?
Yeah.
And drag him?
Yeah. I mean, I like the dark Batman.
Dude, that's very emo Batman.
He's emo. I like the emo, dark, angry Batman, though. I thought that was kind of cool. I like that.
But then you saw the Justice League trailer.
Yes. He's still mad. He's pissed at Aquaman. He's still pissed.
So is he going to join us? More or less. Less or more. More. More or less.
They added humor, which I think is going to be a good boon for them.
But it's not like it's not softball humor.
No.
And it's not Marvel humor.
No. Which is fine. It doesn't need to be Marvel. Just add a little funny to it, okay? These aren't always serious characters.
Well, that's not what Zack Snyder is. But I tell you what, Zack Snyder can pull off some movies though. Like that fight scene was amazing.
Yes, the fight scene was very good. All right, so other multiples. You said Wonder Woman.
I said Wonder Woman.
There's not really much to go there. There's only two.
Nah, I think there's three.
Is there three? I don't remember.
There was a TV show.
Ugh. Yeah, with the invisible plane. Should have an invisible costume.
All right, Linda Evans. I think.
I'm just saying, invisible costume. That's all I mean.
My uncle.
Wait, Lucy Lawless was one too, right?
Yes, I believe she was.
No, she wasn't. She was.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No, because there was a.
She was Shemzina.
If I look on the site that you're not supposed to go to see like movies that are out in theaters now. If you type in Wonder Woman, there's different versions of Wonder Woman.
Yeah, well, some of them might be Japanese films too.
No, these are English.
No,
yeah,
maybe
they're old. They're like 70s.
Well, I don't know.
And
Wonder
the costumes are definitely different.
Yeah,
but the one from the TV show from the 70s/80s.
I don't know.
Linda Evans.
Yeah, Linda Evans. Yeah.
Where she spun around and she turned into Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. And that's what happened. She was spinning a circle, big flash of light, and she's wearing her costume.
I don't know.
My uncle watched that show. He never missed an episode of that show.
I don't know. I don't think I have a horse in this race. I don't know enough about the people who played Wonder Woman. I don't have an opinion yet.
I like the latest one.
I like the latest one, but I don't have enough opinion yet to see. Once I see the Wonder Woman movie, I'll have more of an opinion on that. I think.
Well, did you watch the animated one? Like I asked you to?
I haven't. Jeez. Yeah, it's on my list of things to watch, okay? Along with the Ewoks, by the way.
All right, we won't mention
Ewoks.
I tried watching it the other day. I'm like,
it was awful. It was awful.
I gotta wait to share this with somebody because it's kind of like that bad drink you get at the bar.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is awful. Here, have some. It's kind of like that.
All right, who else has multiples of themselves? Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman.
Professor X.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Professor X and Magneto. Why don't we do both?
Ooh,
Which one do you like?
Both Magneto only had one.
Magneto had two.
Well,
Fassbender and Sir Ian McKellen.
I prefer McKellen.
What?
Yeah.
Fassbender by far.
Really?
Yes.
I like the old crotchety Magneto. I like old crotchety Magneto. Fassbender's great. Don't take me wrong. He's a great young Magneto. I think the rebirth of X-Men, the way they're doing it is frickin-tastic. But I will say, I prefer the old ones for both. I prefer Xavier.
You
He's the
prefer
classic
Stewart
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
what's his name?
Yeah. What's his name? British dude. Not a British dude taking our jobs. But the one person who's consistent across all of them.
Gosh, it's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Because he says it in Deadpool too. He goes, "Which Professor
It
X?"
says this, yes.
He says Stewart or McAfee or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yes.
I forgot the guy's name. It was a great line.
Man,
I laughed. Everyone else is sitting at me
Like,
staring.
what? Huh?
Like, oh, I don't get it.
But the one person who stayed the same throughout. Well, no, there's more than one. But
Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman. It's always Hugh
That
Jackman.
doesn't count.
He doesn't count. I know, he's always the same. You know who's changed? What's her name? The redhead.
Oh, you talking about Mystique?
Mystique. No, redhead. Well, she has red hair too, I guess. But no, not Mystique.
Well, which
Scott's
Mystique?
girlfriend.
Hey, look.
Scott's
Mystique,
girlfriend.
Rebecca Romaine is definitely my favorite Mystique.
Rebecca Romaine.
Yeah.
When was she Mystique?
She was in the first X-Men movie.
That was Rebecca. I thought that was. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sucked.
She
I hate Rebecca Romaine.
Oh,
She was awful as Magneto.
There's something
Mystique.
wrong. There's something really.
I didn't like her in
wrong.
freaking. In
It's
the
just there
Avengers.
for visual.
Yeah. I like an actress. I'm sorry, who can actually act?
She did act in it though.
It was okay. I don't know. I like the fight scenes with her, but I don't think she did. She have a body double, or did she do that herself?
What?
The Mystique character in the first one.
No, that's her.
That's her?
All covered in blue.
You know who I didn't like? Storm. I did not like the first Storm.
Yeah,
I
didn't like
Storm
Halle
better.
Berry's Storm.
Halle
I like this new
She was
Storm.
stiff. She was stiff.
Well, she was still writing that I'm Halle Berry. I won an Oscar for Monsters Ball.
Yeah, whatever.
Did you ever watch that movie?
No.
Awful.
Yeah, I had.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, no. I'm not a big fan of his either.
No.
Yeah. I don't like country accents like that. It's like, yeah, no, I'm good. Beast.
Yeah, but it was only one version of Beast, wasn't it?
No.
There's two.
There's two.
There is
Full Beast, because on the first movie,
Kelsey Grammer,
and
which is
it's
Kelsey
just
Grammer's
a
voice. And
Like,
it's-
come on, Kelsey Grammer's the Beast. I mean,
I think they did the
how
headshots.
awesome. They made them headshots, yeah. But that's funny as hell.
But the second guy, I like the second guy better.
Do you? Well, he's half and half. That's why.
Well, because he's more classic X-Men Beast.
It's true. Yes, more. He's definitely more classic X-Men Beast. Who else in there? There was Mystique. We talked about what's her name? I can't think of the
Jean Grey?
Jean Grey. Thank you.
I like the original Jean Grey.
I think the new one. No, I didn't like the original. I like the new one. She's hot.
You didn't like the original Jean Grey that became
No.
Phoenix?
No,
I liked her.
I didn't like that story. I didn't like the actress either, to be honest. She's kind of too angular for Jean Grey for my taste. Cyclops.
Scott?
Yeah.
Scott Summers?
Yeah, I think I like the original better.
Well, in the original, he's more of a side note.
Yeah, but I like his lines with the Wolverine.
Well, he's
But I
not
like their
afraid of
interaction.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
And I'm still sad there was not enough Jubilee.
Once again.
Oh, so hot. I love me some Jubilee. Just not enough. There'd always be more Jubilee, right?
Sure.
No.
So, what about your version of Sabretooth? There's been a few.
There's been a few versions of Sabretooth.
So there
yeah.
was, I think his name was Triple H, right? He played that in the original X-Men, right?
Did he really? Was that Triple H? I didn't like the original one. He was too stiff. He didn't.
He's supposed to be stiff. He's Sabretooth.
Sabretooth's not stiff. He's like Wolverine, but less bouncy.
He's bigger.
He's bigger.
He's stronger.
Right.
He's got those natural
Was he in
claws.
the second one? I didn't remember seeing the second. He's not in the second one. The second version, yeah. Of the X-Men?
Yeah, he was in Wolverine.
Oh right. I have to revisit
He was
that.
Liev Schreiber.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked him better in the Wolverine movies, I think. I like that version better. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I think I go with that one. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of Triple H. Again, if you're being stiff as an actor...
It's not about, it's like the question says, like, different incarnations, which one did you like better? I could care less about the actor.
Right, but how he played it, I didn't like it as much. I liked it more in the Wolverine movies. I think he was a better character there.
Well, he got to do more. He was
Well,
just
right.
like standing behind Magneto most of the time.
Right, it's like, that's not Sabretooth.
He was the muscle.
Sabretooth is not that. He's a smart tactician. He's a soldier, just like Wolverine. He went through the same program. He's a soldier.
Unless you read these. The Uncannies, he's different.
Yeah, but he's still a soldier. He's still smart. He's not just going to sit there and growl. Still, they didn't make him intelligent. That was my probably problem with him.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
He's giving
While
up.
I read a comic.
While you read a comic. All right, so what was the last topic we had? So we went through the iconic weapons. We went through the different versions. We went through the cat thing, the animal thing.
Mm-hmm.
We went through the suggestions thing.
Right.
Suicide Squad. We'll end on.
Oh my gosh, we'll end on Suicide Squad.
We'll end on Suicide Squad.
All right, I probably watch a Suicide Squad trailer at least 3 times a week.
Wow, that's a little obsessive. That makes you.
I just think it's great.
It is. It is. Now, I have not read any spoilers or anything on it. But I have seen some headlines. I have seen some headlines passing by on Facebook.
Should you tell people spoilers?
Well, there's no spoilers here. I'm just going to put the headline. More good than bad. 5 things that they did well, 5 things that they didn't do well. So, it looks like it's getting mixed reviews just yet.
Oh my god.
But, again, I'm going to take it with a giant grain of salt because people are stupid. Critics like critiquing. They're going to make
That's
things
their
seem
job.
worse. Yeah.
That's their job.
And they're going to make things look worse than it is. But it doesn't matter. We were out there, we did our thing, and it was awesome, and I'm not going to give anything away. But my thing is for Suicide Squad is it is going to, and this is prediction time, okay? Because remember, this is going live after it's gone live on Saturday or Friday. So this is
wait a minute.
Saturday.
So we're talking to the future.
Yes, we're talking. How cool is that, right?
Yeah.
Yes?
So future us.
Future us. Quote on Facebook, they're looking at to predict 140.
What did you say when we met?
100, I believe.
And I said it would be closer to 180.
Yeah.
I said it'd be closer to 180.
So he went high, I went
high.
I went low. Everybody else on the group said lower than that. So now it's really the question of where does the numbers fit? And where will it be? I say it's still going to be over 100. Well, maybe well over 100 now. Maybe. We'll see. But I think the big prediction it's saying is it's going to do better that first weekend than Rocket Raccoon.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Guardians of the Galaxy on its weekend.
Well, yeah, because they both open the same...
Right. The next one doesn't open.
No.
The old one opened the same weekend. So that's the catch. So that we'll see how that plays out. I'm excited still. Got our shirts. We're ready to go. I think it's going to be good. It's going to live up to the expectations, and I hope it sets up a lot of other stuff. People are still saying that there are a lot of surprises in there, but I haven't read.
Every time I see something on the TV, which is like every 40 seconds if you watch Cartoon Network.
Right.
You know, it seems like every other commercial is a Suicide Squad commercial, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
I see a lot of the Batman.
Yeah. So I'll be excited to see what that looks like.
I see a lot of Batman. I also see a lot of Enchantress.
Yes.
Which I'm okay with. Sad part to me, though, to all of this, the sad part to me is I don't think it's going to go the way I originally thought it was going to be. Because the way I would write this is that you play off of BVS.
Right. Make Batman the bad guy.
Make Batman the bad guy, and that's who everyone wants to get is the Batman. Let's send this Suicide Squad to get him.
That would be cool. That would be cool. And I also don't think, another subplot that people are talking, I don't think it's going to have as much Harley and Joker interacting as we would like. I think there may be a little bit, but I don't think there's going to be as much. I think it'll be very light on that.
Yeah.
And which is fine.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, again, if they need to have another movie...
I'm a Harley fan.
I think she's going to be in the whole movie, but I think that Harley Joker part is going to be smaller than we expect.
And I think they're going to have flashes of everyone's little origin, but they're not going to dive deep and spend a lot of time.
Which I hope, which is good. We don't need that.
Which is good.
Yeah, or they may just say, hey, this is where I came from, and be done with it, which is fine, too. So I think that about does it. That covers everything.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
What comes after Suicide Squad?
Does it matter?
Really, we just got to get the Suicide Squad.
Once we get past Suicide Squad, we'll turn our focus to the big ones, which is Star Wars.
Oh my gosh, Rogue One.
Yeah. But we have to focus on that. Once we get past Suicide Squad, then we can look and see. We'll do another episode of Here's the Movies coming up again.
Yes, because we did before.
We'll do a check-in and see. And we have to see because he did make that bet about Angry Birds versus what was it, Pete's Dragon?
Yeah.
Yes. Which one was going to do better? Wasn't it versus Pete's Dragon?
Yeah, I think
Let's
it was
go back
Pete's
and
Dragon.
look and see. But we'll have to see that because Pete's Dragon's coming out soon too.
On a side note,
Mm.
my daughter wants to see Kubo and the Two Strings.
That looks weird.
It looks so good, though.
It does look good.
I just don't know if she can watch it.
It's a sleeper movie. Hey, let her watch Justice League and Justice. So why not?
No, it's just a game. No, Kubo and the Two Strings. The way they did it, the same animators that did Coraline,
Yeah.
which was amazing. Definitely snuck by. I just think Kubo and the Two Strings. If we start seeing more of this stuff, more of these graphic novels coming to life, these story ideas, I think it's great. I think
it's a good
we're in an
thing.
exciting time for entertainment.
Yep.
Looking forward to Suicide Squad still.
Yes, definitely.
Harley.
Absolutely. Yes, you're all about the Harley.
All about the Harley.
All right, Ernie. I think that I'm toast. Don't know
You're
about
done?
you. I'm done.
You spent?
I'm spent.
We
I'm
did
all
a
over
lot.
the place. We covered a lot of topics, a lot of ground today, a lot of ground. So a lot of good stuff. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you feel. All your emotions. Spread
Tell
them
us
out
where
wide.
they can find us.
Yes, we can find you, and you can find us. Twitter. We're Two Nerds and a Joke across the board. We changed our Facebook name. I mentioned this before to Two Nerds a Joke, so you can look us up on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. We're Instagram. We are Twitter. We just got a Google Plus page. Actually, we're a community. We have a community now on Google Plus. We haven't done anything with it yet, but we are on Periscope. If you're doing that. Instagram, of course, is always big. A lot of fans there. And Pinterest, guys. If any of you guys are out there on Pinterest, for God's sake, come friend us. We got two lonely little people on our Pinterest page. It's like, come on, somebody, anybody? No, nothing. So if you're Pinterest folks, come on down, share the fun, share the joy. Everything is Two Nerds a Joke. Two Nerds a Joke at Gmail. If you want to email us some information, ideas, or other nonsense, and. Yeah, I think that's it. And you can even message us on Facebook. We have Messenger. We'll respond.
Yeah, we're good about responding.
You're good. We're decent about responding.
Well,
At least
we
I
don't
am.
get very many messages.
That's true, yeah. All right, Ernie.
All
If
right.
you will, once again.
Once again, peace out.